These are some Dinar Guru updates, starting off with Mountain Goat. When back on Forex is the only time we will be able to exchange and not before. The new rate we want must show up on Forex in order for the banks to legally exchange our dinar at the rate we want. Pimpy says the military does not normally handle any type of exchange rate for any currency around the world. There is no military standing by. Sandy Ingram article, quote, Iraq's top court sets August 30th as date to discuss case for dissolving parliament, unquote. Sandy says this article implies that the dissolving of parliament is still on the agenda. Mark Z via PDK question, did you see Blue Wolf's update yesterday? Mark Z says he may well be right. He is looking for the next 2 days. That is certainly the chatter going around. I'm hearing positive things. I'm not going to share specific timing because I don't know it, but their goal is for it to happen over the next few days. The U.S. appears ready. All right, militiaman article, quote, waste and smuggling. The central bank sells Iraq instead of the dollar, unquote. Militiaman says, looks like the CBI has been sorted from within now. The new digital system they have been apparently able to get the corrupt sorted out. Stopping the auctions was to be expected. I have a strong feeling things are very much so in our favor. Working to sell Iraq as in IQD, we shall see. Stopping the multi-currency practice, again, we shall see. Samson article, quote, Al-Kazimi's most prominent advisor, we have an abundance of money without legal cover to spend it. Quote, that abundance did not enter the paragraphs of the food security law, as well as the federal court's decision is clear on the issue of not sending any bill through caretaker government, and this is what prevented us from classifying this abundance legally. Dallas Dude says, was hoping the EFSL packed a little bit more punch by now. They're just getting around to full implementation. They should have just called the FSL, the Food Security Law. Not much emergency to show thus far. Hopefully soon we will see a new rate. I do believe it is the FSL that ultimately brings this to a close. Just needs some government stability. Remember, the budget ultimately needs a rate. The rate doesn't need a budget. And clear article, quote, Green protesters surround the Republican Palace and riot control responds with Water Canyon. The Green Zone is completely closed and the joint operations call on the demonstrators to withdraw immediately. Dozens of demonstrators storm the Iraqi Republican Palace. Frank 26, all you have to do is take your credit card and turn it around. See the 800 number for your bank. There's no such thing as an 800 number. You could maybe say the United States Treasury is an 800 number because you could call them and ask them what banks exchange the Iraqi dinar when the blessing occurs. Mark Z via PDK news is all over the place. This is to be expected in Iraq. Is it unrest or are they celebrating? Is something else going on in the Green Zone? We were told they evacuated U.S. personnel from the embassy in the Green Zone, but it's too early for us to know exactly what is going on. We're still trying to get to the bottom of it. I do have contacts in Reno, D.C., and Miami that say unrest in the sandbox won't affect their timing in any way, that it is all optics. Sounds right to me. Watching the videos, it looks like they're shooting in the air, and to me it looks more celebratory than upset. The takeaway is do not panic. Petra article, quote, the United Nations and Al-Kazimi renew the call on the parties to save Iraqi blood. The UN has the authority under their charter to interdict into a national affairs of sustaining members, of which Iraq is obviously one. If the UN forces dissolution of Parliament PMK, Halbusi, and Saleh, then there is no arguing or following a lawsuit action here. Secondly, if the UN forces dissolution, then the judiciary do not need to make a ruling, which was to happen tomorrow. How better scripted is this event in action? In my opinion, this is all going to happen very quickly. And lastly, Fleming says as soon as they get their parliament announced, they will be able to go directly to Forex within a few days and post the international rate on the Forex.